Hey art fans, how's it going? Butch Hartman here. Before we get going, I want to thank the good folks at Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. More about Surfshark and outstanding customer service a little later in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I would so appreciate it. That would be awesome. Thank you very much. And don't forget, I'm also doing commissions now. That means I'm doing drawings for you, like this Danny Phantom drawing, for example. Someone ordered this and I'm doing it for them. It's really, really fun to do drawings for people. If you want me to do a drawing for you, like maybe you and Timmy Turner fighting a space battle with Cosmo and Wanda, or maybe you and Danny Phantom, I don't know, like maybe making cookies or something like that, or if you want one of your characters drawn in my style, a superhero of some kind, Marvel, DC, whatever you want, I'm here to draw it for you. Click the link down below in the description. Okay, and that's some of the stuff I do with my art. I was doing animation for many, many years, and I love doing character designs. I love creating characters, and right now I'm doing a lot of independent stuff, and I get to do commissions for people. I really get to do what I love with my art, and I'm really very fortunate. I've always been able to make a living doing things with my art, and it's really a blessing, and it's such an exciting thing to be able to do. And I just kind of wanted to ask you guys today, those of you that draw, and I'm assuming a lot of you do draw because you're watching this channel. I mean, there's no other reason you'd be watching this channel. I'm not that entertaining. We should do something really entertaining in some way, shouldn't we? Can we do something real? Okay, here's something entertaining real quick. That's about all I got. Anyway, I want to give you guys some advice on your artwork. Like, first of all, I got a couple questions for you. If you're an artist, if no matter what age you are, if you're very young, if you're in your 20s or 30s, if you're my age, I'm in my 50s. I mean, I've been doing this for a long, long time. No matter what age you are, you can do great things with your art. And I want to see what you guys want to do. So let's ask a couple questions. Like, what is your main goal? If you could have a magic wand right now, and there goes a magic wand right there. See, that was entertaining, right? Okay, if you could have a magic wand, money was no object, you could do whatever you wanted with your artwork, what would you do? So that's a very important question. You should really think hard about that. What would you do with your artwork right now? See, if you don't really have a goal in mind, you're not gonna really know where you're headed. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. So you need to really figure out where it is you're going. And you need to have a desire to do something with your artwork too. If it's just a hobby, that's fine. If your artwork is something that you do just kind of on the side, you don't really take it that seriously, if you draw pictures for people and things like that, absolutely fine. If you do paintings for people at Christmas and stuff, super cool, that's awesome. But if you really want to start getting serious about your art and turning it into a living and turning it into something you make money at, that can happen for you. But you've got to have a desire to do something with your art, because desire is the fuel that powers the engine of results. Okay, so desire is the fuel that powers the engine of results. You're not going to get any results unless you have a desire behind it. So make sure you know what your desire is. What do you want to do with your art? Do you want to, for example, do you want to illustrate children's books? Do you want to illustrate comic books, like, this Green Lantern right here? Do you want to paint pictures for magazines, or do you want to design websites, or do you want to do social media graphics? I mean, what is it about your art that you really want to do? So focus on that first. I encourage you to do this. Let's do this. I want you to write down your goal. I want you to write down your goal. There's a scripture in the Bible. It's in the book of Habakkuk 2:2, and it says, write down the vision and make it plain on tablets so that whoever reads it may run with it. Meaning whoever sees your vision and understands it can then go with it and run with it with you and help you out with it. So if you can't even write your vision down or write your goal down, it's going to be very hard to get to the goal. Even like football teams, they have a game plan, right? We're going to go here, this guy goes here, this guy goes here, we get to the end zone. There's always a game plan involved. So you need to have a game plan for your art. How are you telling people about your art? A lot of artists are kind of afraid to show people their art sometimes. I've met a lot of people, no matter what age they are, young people, older people, and I can sort of see younger people being afraid to show people their art because they're young and they haven't had that much experience. But when you get to be my age, there's still people that I know that want to do what I do, and they're my age and they haven't even taken a step out the door yet because they're afraid of what people are going to say about their art. And that kind of fear can really, really, really stop you in your tracks. You've got to get rid of fear and get it out the door. You have to kick it out the door. Don't let it even take a step toward you, because that fear is a killer and it will stop every dream right in its tracks. So let's get past the fear. Okay, so write down your vision, write down your goal, do your best to get rid of that fear. And the way to get rid of that fear is to start getting your artwork out there. And artists have a unique challenge when it comes comes to their goal. Because you know what? The minute you draw something, the minute you draw any drawing, like if I'm gonna put this drawing up on a wall, someone's gonna look at it and they're gonna form an instant opinion. They're either gonna like it, they're gonna kind of like it, or they're gonna sort of hate it or really hate it. I mean, those are like our choices. They're gonna like it or not like it. And you know what? Some people will probably absolutely hate this drawing. By the way, I hope you don't hate it. I hope you like it. But if you like it, let me know down in the comment section below. You know what? That's kind of the price we pay as artists, or anything we do in life. It's like you have to understand that not everyone's gonna love what you do. And that's gotta be something you've gotta have the courage to face. You know what? It's not an easy thing to do, but nothing in life is easy to do. It's really not. Not everything in life is a cakewalk. We should get some cake in here. I'm kind of hungry. Can we get some cake?
We have cupcakes, not cake.
We have cupcakes though. We have cups.
Yes.
And we have cakes. Well, Heart fans, before we keep going, gotta mention Surfshark. What they do is they encrypt all of your internet information, all of your traffic, so that you can remain private and nobody gets to see your IP address. What Surfshark does, it encrypts all the traffic sent to and from your devices, so your IP address remains hidden, so nobody knows what you're doing. It's like you're invisible, you're cloaked. And unlike a lot of other VPN services, you can use it on as many devices as you want simultaneously. Use Surfshark to encrypt your personal information and send it via a secure VPN tunnel so that no one can see it without your permission. You can also save mobile data and boost your browsing speed. If you think your internet connection's too slow, use Surfshark to speed it up. So go to surfshark.deals/Butch. That's surfshark.deals/BUTCH to get 83% off and a free month. Go check it out. What are you and your hours of online browsing and your binge watching waiting for? Go do it. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to get past that fear, because you know what? There's going to be some people that don't like your art. There's going to be some people that do, but you're never going to know until you start putting it up on the wall. And that doesn't mean, that's just a metaphor, like putting it up on the wall, but I mean displaying your art. And now with the internet, you can display your art all over the place. So when it comes to getting your art out there, what you want to do is, number one, get really good at what you want to show. Like if you want to do superheroes, man, become the best superhero artist you can possibly be. You're not going to be just like this person or just like that person, or maybe not as good as this person or as good as that person, but you're going to be really good at what you do, your style. So get really good at doing superheroes your way. What if you just want to do like watercolor cat illustrations? Become the best watercolor cat illustrator there is out there. You want to do children's books? You want to do a comic strip in like a Peanuts or a Calvin and Hobbes? You've got to become not only a good artist, but a good storyteller as well. There's all kinds of talents that get mixed up in the batch of cartooning. If you're going to display your art somewhere, I encourage you to get a blog. Get a blog, or just start posting stuff on websites like Tumblr or even like Instagram or Twitter. Don't be afraid to put stuff out there, because some people, like I said, they might not like it, but some of them might. Not everybody likes my stuff. I can't believe that. I'm joking. But I mean, it's interesting. When I was doing Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom and all the shows back at Nickelodeon, we'd put a show out and a lot of people would comment on it. We would get like 1,000 great comments, but then maybe one bad one or two bad ones, right? And I wouldn't focus on the great comments. I would start focusing in on the little bad comments. Like, why didn't they like the show? So there's two little bad comments, but I would, ignore all the massively great comments, but that's what it is. You don't want to focus on the bad. You want to focus on the good and the constructive stuff. Some people would be constructive. They'd be nice, but they'd be constructive, But some people would criticize just to criticize, and they would just say, things. Anyway, you get past that stuff. You learn how to live with that. By the way, that goes with any job that you have. Whether you're an artist, whether you're a cook, whether you're a landscaper, I don't know what you do. There's going to be someone that's not satisfied with what you do, but you've got to have the courage to get past that. That's life lesson number 875. Remember that. Also, if you're going to advertise your artwork, like I said, go online, put it out there, see what people respond to the most. Do they respond to this character the most, or this character, or this style, or this particular thing that you do? What is it that you really get the most response from? And then start gearing your marketing toward maybe that particular area of your art. And there's another word, marketing. You've got to learn how to become a marketer. I mean, think of what market means. Like think of a supermarket. They have stuff on a shelf with a price. You can buy it or not buy it, but they've learned how to put their stuff on the shelf. They've given you a store to come into. You've got to do the exact same thing with your art. You got to take your drawing, make a website, make a blog, and a website, I didn't even say about website, make a website as well. Make a website, make a blog, get a place that's only yours, specifically your real estate, to show your art. Right, and display it for all to see and say, hey, I do this, and I do this. That's what I do. Here are the prices, and just kind of see what people think. And don't just leave the website there and think people are going to find it on their own, because they're probably not. Get really good at what you do. Don't be afraid. Display your artwork on social media, on a blog or a website, or on social media anywhere, and then make sure you know how to do the business part. Okay? Don't be afraid to, if you're at a point where you're going to sell your artwork, right? Don't be afraid to charge people money for your artwork. If they're willing to pay for it, then they will. I'm not saying charge exorbitant fees out. If you're someone who's brand new, it depends on what you believe something is worth. People are only going to pay what they feel something is worth. Once you sell one drawing, you'll probably see what people are willing to pay. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, a friend of mine and I, we'd go to art fairs. And I'm from Michigan. We'd go to around these art fairs in Michigan. I'd set up a table and we would do caricatures of people. I'd have a little sign that I made, hey, caricatures, $2.50 or whatever. And I'd buy all this card stock. We'd spend money on the card stock and bring that with us. It was like 8.5 by 11. We'd have markers and pens and stuff, and people would just come up in the art fair and we'd draw their pictures. And our advertising was the sign, but we paid money to go to the art fair in the first place. We'd buy a table, we'd sit there, and we would just do people's drawings. We'd make a lot of money during the day. I was like 17 years old. We'd probably make like $300 for the day, and then we would split it, my friend and I. So we knew how to market ourselves back then, and we would charge people money. Like, I knew no one was gonna pay $100 for a caricature, but I knew they would pay like $2.50, $5, and that was a good price to charge at the art fair, because at the art fair there's all these really expensive pieces of art that people would probably buy, maybe they wouldn't, but they would buy something less expensive. So find out where your market is and really target that market. And if you can't do it yourself, you need to find someone who does know how to do it and maybe get advice from them. Start reading books, listen to podcasts, watch a lot of YouTube videos, like the one I'm making here. There's a million other ones like this one, but really learn how to do this stuff, because it's gonna do nothing but come in handy for you. And I really want you to understand that you can have all the desire in the world and all the talent in the world, but if nobody knows you're out there, it's gonna be really hard to get something going. So make sure people know that you're out there, you have art to sell, and you're willing to do a great job for them. And by the way, if they think the price is too much, you can always negotiate with them. You don't wanna pay this? How about you pay this? And then, see how much time it takes you. Because remember, your art is taking you time to do. You're basically trading money for your time. On my commissions, what I do is say, what do you want? And you type a description of what you want. If you want 3 characters in color, on paper, that's a different price than, say, 1 character black and white digital. That's a different amount of time that I spend on each one. Those prices are negotiable. You can do the exact same thing. Make sure you've got a way for people to pay you, virtually. Use things like PayPal, Venmo, things like that. You can use all that stuff to get to make sure your payments are taken care of. Remember, there are costs that you incur as well. Like if you're gonna be doing a lot of drawings in sketch pads cost money. These pens and things like that, all your markers and stuff cost money that you're gonna need to spend money on in order to do all this art. So there's all kinds of costs of doing business that have to be factored in as well. I know this is a lot, I'm throwing a lot at you, but I want you guys to be able to succeed at your chosen profession. I want you to be able to do what you love for a living. Like if you love to draw, you love to create characters, you love to do things like that, I want to see you guys do it. I want to see you be able to make money at what you do. And also, if you want to sell a TV show, that's a whole different thing. That's not just, being good at art, that's being good at storytelling, that's being good at managing people, that's being good at following schedules, that's being good at writing stories, that's being good at editing, being good at knowing what kind of music to put where and how to assemble the show and all that stuff. There's a lot of factors that go into that. And that takes many years to learn, because it's a real challenge to do a TV show, but you can do it. And then pitching the show and selling it, that's a whole nother challenge too. So if you guys want to hear me talk more about that in future videos, let me know. How to pitch a show, how to sell a show. I can definitely do a video like that. But what did you learn from this video? Did you learn anything valuable? If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know what helped, what didn't help, because I want to start refining these videos and do even more, because I want you guys to get the most out of your art career, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a career. And remember, you're doing this not just for you. Yes, you're doing it for you to make money, and you're going to save your money, and you're going to, have an amazing art studio, an amazing, film studio, whatever it is. You're going to earn all that money. But there's generations coming after you that are going to benefit from your success now. You're going to be the success that is going to power of future generations. Like if you come from a family where maybe people have been struggling a lot and things like that, you can be the first one to be a huge success, and you can help everybody out that way. Wouldn't that be exciting? I think it'd be a lot of fun. So you know what? But it takes you having that desire to really fuel the results that you want, okay? All right, guys, I hope that helped. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you learned, what you want to hear more of, and until next time, don't forget, art gives you power. Wait, let me get this. Use it wisely. Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the NOOG Network. My new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.